It's obviously a great position for English cricket to be in, having two guys that can do the job, not just two, but a very strong crop of seamers, where if there's injuries, there's circumstances, then people can come in and do the job. But I think that's just a very strong position for English cricket.
Just highlights, doesn't it, the competition for places that exists in the fast bowling format. You're not the only two. There's Graham Onions waiting in the wings too. I mean, that competition for places is really there now.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, like I said, it can only be good for the position that we're in, and it just shows you like what happened in the Ashes in Australia. A couple of injuries, and the lads who came in did really well, and especially under the pressure.
Well, that's something you did in the Ashes, wasn't it? I mean, you came in during the series and played really well, helped England win the urn back after so long. I guess in a way, though, you really want to cement your place in the side, would be fair to say.
Yeah, that'd be obviously a great position for me, and but obviously to be able to do that, I've got to play consistently in Test match cricket, which I just need that one chance, and to show everyone what I've got again, and and get back in that side, and then hopefully, cement down a place.
What's your own take on the way that Stuart Broad's been bowling? Because a lot of people say, look, he's bowled well, but just hasn't had the luck. Some people think he has been off the pace, maybe for the first time in his career. I mean, what's your own take on Stuart's form at the moment?
I think he has bowled, well. He's bowled good spells. He's possibly not had the luck, like you say. I mean, you do need quite a lot of luck as a seam bowler sometimes, and sometimes you don't get the rub of the green, but. Stuart's a fantastic bowler, fantastic cricketer all round us, and he just shows you what he has done in the past and his record, and that he's an unbelievable talent. So, I think basically, he deserves to be in there, he deserves to be in the mixer.
You'd obviously love to be in that 11, and the fact that this is the 2000th Test match, it's going to be a great occasion anyway. I mean, it'd be great for you to play in a landmark Test match in the history of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Test cricket's, in my opinion, is going from strength to strength. The just series like this and like the Ashes, and cricket in India had been somewhat of a religion, and it's massively well supported. So it'd be great to play in this series. Yeah.
And what about the prospect of bowling if you do get the nod against this Indian batting lineup? I mean, it's been billed the best bowling attack in the world against the best batting lineup in the world. I mean, it's a formidable lineup that they've got, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but their record, and they're obviously very good players, but we're not so much concentrating on them. We're worrying about what we can do, and our plans, and what we're working on and things like that, and just basically trying to get all the attention, keep it in house and basically perform. And if we go out there and perform to the best of our ability, and then hopefully we'll get the right result.
And whilst not talking them up, just a word on Sachin Tendulkar. It could be his last Test match appearance here. He's got 99 hundreds, looking for that 100 hundredth. So what's your own take on the talent that is Sachin Tendulkar?
Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal talent. Probably one of the world's best players I've ever seen. So, obviously he brings a lot of attention to Test cricket, which is obviously good for the game again, but we're not so much thinking about 100s or 2000s Test matches or anything like that. We're just, taking it one ball at a time and concentrating on what we're doing.
And he's adopted Yorkie, really going back to his early days, isn't it?
Yeah, 1992. I was being told. No, I think I caught up with him a couple of years ago at Essex in a tour match, and he said he really enjoyed his time in Yorkshire. So yeah, he's kind of an adopted Yorkie, but he's still a decent scalp if I get him out.
From your point of view, Tim, obviously you missed a little cricket this summer with the injury and things, but I guess looking back a year, do you feel a much more confident player now? I mean, obviously you're in the mix for this Test side, but you truly feel you belong in that side. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I suppose the way you feel part of the team is by playing in it, and there's no better feeling than walking out at Lords in a Test match and feeling that you're confident in your own ability, and you've got everything. You've worked hard on your game, and you've got all the skills to be able to perform at Test level, and it's a massive confidence boost. Yeah.
Tim, how do you compare this series, because of what's at stake, with the Ashes series? I mean, you could become the best in the world at the end of this. I mean, they are the best at the moment. How do you compare it with an Ashes series?
It's obviously right up there. India, quality side, #1 in the world, but it's it's been well reported that that's our goal, to get to the #1 in the world, and you know, to be able to do that, you've got to perform consistently for over a long period of time, and that's how the rankings work. So I'm sure that, you know, if we keep doing what we're doing and, you know, performing at that high level, then, you know, we should be able to get there pretty soon. Whether it be, you know, this series, the next series, or the series after that, you know, we're just taking it one game at a time.
Can I just go a bit of a tangent, Tim? Just ask about the prospect of playing in a timeless test. It was something that came out of the ICC meeting yesterday.
Tangent?
Yeah, well, it's not so much to do with this. But it's a possibility, even if just like, if there's a World Championship of Test cricket. I mean, 5 days I know is pretty hard going. What about playing in a timeless test match?
Well, I don't really know. I can't really tell you, to be honest. Until I've actually experienced the timeless test, I suppose it'd be quite obviously quite difficult on the bowlers, and well, I don't really know how it would work. I've not really got much experience of how it worked back then, so, you know, because I wasn't around. But yeah, I imagine it's quite difficult.
I was going to say, for the bowlers, or I mean, the general feeling is 5 days should be enough, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if 5 days is certainly enough.